Madayaw ug mabuhay kaninyong tanan na atong mga kaigsunang Dabawenyo na nakatutok sa tuang pagpanaguban-uban. Mabuhay ug madayaw gikan dinhi sa dakbayan sa Iligan. Maayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. And we are here once again, but this is the year-end special of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview here on the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page. 2025 is about to wrap up, but right before we say goodbye, let's all look back at the interviews that we have done in 2025, as this is the only program that I did without any script and also spontaneous questions that nobody asks for. So, check out right now for our year-end special of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview.
Hello po sa lahat ng viewers. This is Carlo. Mabuhay ug madayaw. Thank you so much for inviting me here today.
Mabuhay ug madayaw sa tanang mga Dabawenyo.
I couldn't say no, so now I'm here.
Again, it wasn't really in my cards, sir.
You know what? I'm already 25.
Yes, of course. I have so many memories there.
Emotions and, oh my God, it's brown out.
Uy, brown out. Alam na, wrong timing eh. Balik ka.
Tapos nag-interview pag yung kasama yung kumawa, kasi sikat kayo ni sila nga media dadto.
You're always solo flight and I cannot imagine doing those things, no? You're so doing those things.
Lovely. What a way to start this program with, of course, looking back at the stories that we heard from our guests. Childhood memories, dreams, and their individual careers, what they are right now. This, of course, we start off with Abigail Balili with her pageant career as well as her teaching career, of course.
My dream talaga when I was a child is to become a teacher, nothing else.
Okay.
The moment my father gifted me a blackboard, that's the time that I realized my dream of becoming a teacher. And ever since, though, there are a lot of doors that had opened for me when I was in junior high school, senior high school, but still, teaching is something that really makes me happy, and teaching is a job that's fulfilling for me, and so that's something that I really wanted to pursue. That's why I got the degree of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English at the University of Southeastern Philippines, and from then, dun ko na talaga kinuha yung advocacy ko, the purpose, because I myself, whenever I see myself 5 years to 10 years from now, talagang teaching talaga ang something that I would really love to do 10 years from now.
Okay. When did you start having your stint being a pageant candidate or an enthusiast, to be exact?
For those people who don't know me yet, I consider myself as a neophyte in the pageant industry. The career or the field that I'm really into since I was in kinder up until college was really singing. I am joining vocal solo competitions compared to the other girls who are really fond of joining Mr. and Miss Intrams. I myself found comfort in joining vocal solo competitions up until, although I'm interested with the idea of joining pageants, but I don't have that confidence yet during that time. So I enclosed myself with nurturing my talent in singing. But when I was in second year college, I believe, yes, before pandemic, I joined Mr. and Miss SED. That's Mr. and Miss College of Education in USAP, and I won. And thankfully, I am surrounded with very supportive friends, and they are really into pageant than me. I have this one friend also na siya talaga yung nag-join ng pageants, and I am there supporting her all the way lang talaga. But when I tried once and I won, I think yun na talaga yung feeling na kine-crave mo, so you started to crave for more scene in the pageant industry.
So delicious. But of course, it will be more delicious than looking back at some of the stories from other guests that we had. Aside from Abigail Balili, is the former D1 ng Davao 2024, Marine Rendon, and Mutya ng Davao 2025, Rebekah Gail Celis.
Childhood dream, quite a lot, but number one would be to become a TV host. I grew up very shy, actually, intimidating. I have that aura because I'm an only child, but my mom had to work abroad as an OFW my entire life up until I finished college. And then, yes, I've always wanted to become a famous TV host. That's why I entered into pageantry because, you know, it's kind of a bridge when you're a beauty queen and you have a talent. It's easier for you to go into the entertainment industry. That was the plan. But, you know, life happened. After college, I found myself in the sales industry just so I can finance myself living here. Kay taga Kidapawan man ko. So, I only went to Davao nung nag-college ako. And after college, I'm on my own already because my parents wanted me to pursue law. Although I wanted to become a lawyer as well, second to becoming a TV host. But yeah, I really wanted to do hosting. And actually, before becoming Diwa, I was already living kind of the dream. I'm hosting in different parts of Mindanao, but you know, the pay is really low as compared to when you're working in the corporate industry. So during Diwa, I was too preoccupied with so many opportunities. The Crown gave me visibility to work with directors I looked up to. And of course, there's the Crown, so people would want to see you, and then bonus na lang that you have the talent and the passion to do hosting. So I think that's why I've reached the level where I am now because of, one, visibility, because of the Crown, and two, because I really have the passion to do hosting. So your second question as to my parents, I think they would be proud if I become a lawyer. Initially, the plan was to become a CPA lawyer. So I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, but I did not use that kasi after graduation, I pursued sales so I could finance myself while also having the freedom of time to explore my passions, which has always been public speaking, hosting.
How do you suppose to live on your own, even though that life is struggling, that as you grow up, you had to realize that you need to work for your own?
It's hard being self-sufficient, being independent, but I already had the training growing up because my mom had me at a very young age. We were not wealthy. I may be an only child, but I grew up having so many parents, my titas, my titos, and my lola as well, who raised me. And so the expectations were really high. I'm a people pleaser. I think that's the byproduct of being raised with not by your biological parents. So my mom is an OFW, my father is a farmer, and my lola housewife. My titas farmer, my teacher, ganon. So it was really hard, but it's much harder to get stuck doing things that you do not love. So when I entered the sales industry, initially it was just to provide a living. So I got stuck doing that. That's why late ako pumasok sa pageantry here. My first exposure was Mutya ng Buhangin in 2019. So as you know, Barangay Buhangin, they produce such magnificent, high caliber pageant in the entire city of Davao before Mutya ng Davao. I mean, Mutya ng Davao, and then there's Mutya ng Buhangin. That's why most of Mutya ng Davao are actually Mutya ng Buhangin queens.
Yeah.
So that's how people knew me as a pageantera girl. But actually, the pageant was to supplement or augment the income that I was not getting in sales, because in sales, of course, unlimited income potential, but it's not stable. It's not every day you have money to provide for yourself, and I have to pay rent here, bills, everything, lahat from transpo, food. But it also taught me resilience and street smart and what do you call that? Street smart, resilience, and of course wise as well in handling money. So up to this point, as we speak, the struggle has always been money, because now I'm not only providing for myself, I'm also providing for my family. I'm also a breadwinner. So it's hard, and as women, we were imposed with a biological clock. That's why I stopped law school. After I won Mutya ng Buhangin, then there's pandemic. I stopped law school, and then I transitioned to a different industry, but still sales. So direct sales to insurance. And then I made sure naman in every decision that I do, I have to like bloom where I was planted. So I met so many people, and then eventually your passion or your dreams has a way of calling you back, because people would want to see you, and then you would want to give it a try. So 2023 was kind of heartbreaking year for me in pageantry. That was the Ria's time. I was also a top 15 finisher for the second time. So it was hard because I gave it my all, and then after that, I said, if I'm not happy with the workplace, after pageantry, I'm just gonna go all in to cementing myself in the hosting industry. So I started with very little pay, just enough to cover transpo, makeup, outfit. But I found myself smiling every day, and up until in such a short period of time, people would really recognize that you have the skill. And then one thing led to another, and now I'm here. I've worked with all the directors I want to work with, not just once, for so many times. That's how I know that I'm doing a good job.
I know, diba, it's kind of like, okay, my parents set me to be a lawyer, actually, since I was a child. But when I was a child, I wanted to be different. I wanted to be a cashier. Kasi palagi ko sila makita sa mall, sa grocery, and I think it's an honorable job to be there. Kapoy magtindog for a whole day, even day to night. Pero for me, kay handling money or like entertaining other people and being a part of the service industry is something that I really wanted to be in before when I was a child. So, yeah.
Yeah. Pero why does, as you grow up, nag-change course na ang imuhang dream job na imuhang gusto nimo makabot?
Oo. So as I grew up, I just also wanted to be aligned with my parents din na what they want for me is what's the best for me. So that is something I kept in mind when I was growing up. So during that time na nag-cashier ako huna-huna, pag-abot na ko og elementary, is it okay ba mag-Bisaya? Pwede ra. So pagdating ko ng elementary, I shifted actually to being a doctor. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be so many things until I came to the conclusion that I wanted to be a media person like you.
Yes.
So I also took up mass communication in college. And then after graduating naman sa college, nag-shift na ako to becoming a lawyer because nakuha ko naman, naka-internship na ako with a lot of media outlets here in Davao. And then I realized na maybe it's time for me to follow my parents' dreams so that they would see me naman in the dream that they want me to be in. And that's to become a lawyer.
Wow. Interesting, Bea, because maybe through the years that you have been doing several jobs, but still, you have given the ample time to fulfill the wish of your parents. Anyway, I am intrigued about entering into the pageant. Also, gusto na akong may balaan. When did you start nga mi sulod sa pagrampa sa mga pageants?
Okay. So, the story is... Madagan kay story, no?
Yes, oo.
Alright. So, when I was a child, taga-Catalunan pequeño jud mi,
Yes.
sir, before Barangay 19B.
Okay.
So, nag-relocate lang mi sa downtown kay mas duol sa mga workplace, sa school. But when I was a child, niapil ko og Little Miss Wellspring Village sa Catalunan pequeño. And that was my very first pageant. And then, after that, the next pageant I joined was in school now when I was in grade 3. And then the next was in high school. But those pageants were like, I had zero training din before. So, nag-join lang jud ko because plus points, because gipa-appeal ko kay cute. But then, so it was a long hiatus from high school. Isa lang pud ka pageant akong naapilan in high school, and that was a school-wide pageant. And then, after Ana, nag-law school ko, it really wasn't in the cards for me to join a pageant. In 2024, I joined Butya ng Davao 2024 edition with Hana,
Yes.
Mutya Hana. And that was my very first real pageant. But still, zero training and all. So I just, I think the plan there was to experience lang. The screening lang talaga, sir. Pero sawa ng Diyos, nakapasok tayo sa top 30 candidates. And that's where my pageantry story started. After Mutya ng Davao, sunod-sunod na, we went to Mutya ng Buhangin, Mutya ng Davao del Sur. I even reached Surigao del Norte, the end of Mindanao, Claver. And I also reached nationals. And that's all because of the grace of God. Yeah.
Yes, lami kayo ninyong pagkaon na akong gidalit. But of course, mas lami ang atong pagpanaguman-uban because we wanted to look back at some of the stories of their individual careers in the world of pageantry. Of course, it includes their future plans ahead of their life.
No, I consider myself as someone who can multitask very well. Also, not to brag, but I'm quite an achiever ever since. When I was in college, it's not new to me to juggle a lot of things because when I was in college, aside from being a student, I am also a student leader. I am also a vocal solo artist. I am the voice behind the 3 official soundtracks of University of Southeastern Philippines. I joined pageants. I also have a part-time job to support my wants on the side. And at the same time, I am the host or sometimes the artist who do the intermission number in a lot of school events. I am one of the student ambassadors as well of the university. So I do quite a lot of things. And from then, hindi na bago sa akin when I won Mutya ng Davao, and there are a lot of events aside from my job. So hindi na siya bago sa akin to juggle a lot of things because I'm used to it when I was still studying in college.
Okay. Whom you consider as an inspiration to your journey that has been and will always be in your heart, even way beyond your title?
There are a lot, of course. First, my parents.
Okay.
Yes, they're my main support system. My relatives, everyone. They have been so supportive ever since. And next is my team. Shout out to all Team Stellar out there. Yes, to Kuya Rodney, Kuya Lucky, because if you guys didn't know, they are the ones who believed in me, who believed in my potential in the pageant industry. And they, at some point, they nagpahinga muna sila sa pageant scene. But when they came back, I was their first baby. And there's so much pressure because wala pa dyan nakadaog sa first pageant. But they still chose to believe in me, and here I am right now. Next naman, if it's a queen, yes, an inspiration as a queen. First, if it's someone famous talaga, it will be Catriona Gray, of course. We share the same advocacy naman towards children. And if it's just in the locality, that will be Mutya Reina Kobayashi, if you know her.
Yes.
During my pageant journey, she was one of my Q&A coach. Yeah. And I've learned a lot from her experiences, and that's why she's one of my inspirations entering Mutyaman.
Okay. Are there any plans for you? Maybe a heart-to-heart question, which I wanted to ask. Is there a plan for you that you will join a bigger pageant such as the Miss Universe or Miss Grand?
Wow. Let's hope and pray for that. Though I don't close my doors yet. I'm still open about it. But if I will get a good amount of support, why not? But if not, it's really a risk that I will take in the near future, but I'm open about it. I cannot give you a yes or no answer yet.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what will happen in the near future, but I'm open right now.
As the current, karon man gud sir, dili lang ko Hiyas sa Kadayawan 2024. So I mentioned na I was raised in a church community, and sa church community naman po na organization. So you mentioned about the Alliance Youth Philippines. So duha ang ako ang gunitan na position karon sir, the Alliance Youth Philippines National Secretary and the Alliance Youth Philippines Metro Davao District President. So within a year, we do naman po ko yung mga officers. So as the current president sa Metro Davao District na Alliance Youth Organization, naami annual planning within the year na may mga activities. So ang pinakadako na mo na activity at the end of the year during December is the annual youth camp. So that's I think 2 to 3 day camp. Tapos namin mga activities and tanan mga alliance youth sa Metro Davao, diri sa Davao magkahiusa. So naadira na yung mga lectures, na yung mga speakers, na may gina-invite na speaker, na yung mga activities to strengthen their bond. Katong mga young people is magkaroon of friends and makabuild up of connection and most especially we want to share to them the goodness of God, kung kinsa si God sa ilang kinabuhi, and through that mabuild ilahang friendship and connection na ala dili lang day sila nag-inusara, dili lang day sila lang alliance na youth sa ilang church, but na po yung mga alliance youth maskin asa na party diri sa Metro Davao. And kana siya sir, once we do an activity, we rest assured na after sa event, katong mga pastors, kaya naman may mga pastors and youth pastors or youth workers na mo follow up sa mga young people on their individual churches, on their respective churches. So kato, kami sa organization, ako as the president, we just implement activities to strengthen their spiritual life, and katong panguli na sa mga balay, sa matag sa kasimbahanan, ang katong mga pastors na na-assign ato ng mga church, sila na ang follow up, and dito na masulod to yung mayon sir na kanang mag-strengthen one another, na dito na mahitabo sa mga sir ginatawag naman na siya na small group or cell group, na na mga small circle of friends within the church na dira nimo ma-sharean sa imong problem and maka-encourage mo one another in any aspect, may it be mental health, may it be physical, may it be emotional, and na yung mga mag-guide sa imo, especially sa mga pastors and youth workers na mo yung nag-encourage sa mga young people.
Wala pa sa imong hunahuna nga mosalmot ka sa mga pageant, aside kay na naman tong Hiyas sa Kadayawan, but wala ba sa imong heart nga musulod ka og mga pageant yun?
Sa karon wala pa sir. I want to focus do kay murag sa ako na mention na kay kung mga responsibilities as of the moment. Gusto lang sana ko kanang ma-serve na ko akong purpose nga nung naabot ko ani na journey, nga nung gihatag ni Lord or ni Manama or ni Allah sa ako na responsibility. Daghan pa kay kung mahuman akong Hiyas by August, mahuman ako ang MDD presidency by December, mahuman akong national secretary na position by next year. So kana lang sa sir, focus lang sa ako sa karon, and kana daghan nagapangutan na sa ko actually kung mabi ba akong mutian ng Davao tapos national pageant. Sa karon wala pa siya sa ako ang una-una And kato, I want to serve my purpose sa as of the moment. Kung sa kong ibutang.
Okay, let's open up this one. With the what's your first impression when you saw me asking a question to Hannah Mage, heart to heart? How do you suddenly hear my question to Hannah Mage of being, of course, stating the obvious, the only plus size candidate that time when I attended the Akasha press briefing for the 30 candidates of Mutya?
My first impression of you?
Yes.
Kind of like the same with everybody else in the media industry.
Okay.
That you were there to do your job. You were there to get to know all of us, get to know our personalities, and I think that for most people, you belonging in the media industry, you'd really go for someone whose story was obvious. So I'm just okay.
Yes.
Joining beauty pageant, of course, showing up to all the activities planned or set for ahead of us. I was juggling showing up and then showing up for myself to survive. Because behind closed doors, I'm still Jan Marine. I mean, this is just a phase that's eventually gonna lead me to wherever God will put me. So when you were like after us sitting there, 30 of us, you were throwing questions to whoever. After that, I'm just gonna be here. If they ask me a question, I will answer. If they won't, better I will go home, do some errands like laundry my clothes, clean my room, and then show up for work. Because pursuing a dream and then surviving, doing that simultaneously together, that's what's keeping me preoccupied, and that's not something that's visible. Diba? When you meet someone, for me, I just stay on my lane and then stay focused on the long game. Like, where am I headed? Where do I want to go? Because I have sacrificed so much to be here, and I'm close to becoming a TV host. Actually, I got offers, but right now, yun, during Diwa, diba, you cannot retire, cannot leave Davao. You have so many responsibilities. So I said na I was just gonna maximize all the opportunities. I cannot just leave selfishly to pursue another dream, because the city itself, the people, also believed in me that I will deliver what's set for me as Diwa. So that's it. So far naman, everything is okay in my life. Although there's still the struggles.
Mabuhay ug madayaw. This is Rebekah Gail Celis, your Mutya ng Davao 2025, and you're watching Kadangpan Live with Carlo Dolier.
Mabuhay ug madayaw. This is Dana Gabrielle, Tautho, your D1 ng Davao 2025, and you're watching Kadangpan Live with Carlo Dolier.
Mabuhay ug madayaw. This is Catriona Batu, your pag-asa ng Davao 2025, and you're watching Kadangpan Live with Carla Dolier.
Sawadika, mabuhay ug madayaw. This is Angel Alicaba, your patnubay ng Davao 2025, and you're watching Kadangpan Live with Carlo Dolier.
I think that one of the most memorable na imo nga na sanmutan is of course the national competition for the Hiyas ng Pilipinas with Maria Isabel Pelayo. Because I always mention regards from Maria Isabel Pelayo. So, Ani, can you share to us what was the experience of joining one of the national competitions that you have represented in the province that is given along with your fellow sister candidates for the entire Davao region, together with Samantha Mariel Enario and Carly Jane Chua.
So the national pageant, Hiyas na Pilipinas 2024, I was actually roommates with them, with Sam, Ate Carly, and Rhea, the Davao people. So I represented Iligan City, Davao del Sur. During that time, national pageants are a different animal talaga. They are bigger. Maraming masyadong sponsors. We had a lot of sponsors visit from time to time. We woke up very early and slept very late. Compared to I can compare it to Mutya ng Davao. The pressure is the same. But national pageants kasi, you are not just dealing with 20 girls, 14 girls, 30 girls. You are dealing with around, I think we were 50 delegates or 55. So many girls, so many candidates, and so much potential in each one. So you have to think of a way na, syempre, you have to stand out. Pageantry is really about standing out, diba? So you have to stand out. But of course, naadyo yung mga blessed ni Lord. And maybe, yun nga, as can I quote Ate Jan Marine, Ate Mai, I watched her video before, and she said that pageantry is 50% skill and 50% faith. So, even if 50% ka sa imong skill, if it's not yet your time, it's not your time. So, during the time, it wasn't my time, pero I can tell that the experience is enriching. Kasi we had touched like different lives. It was a different talaga na entity. Like, ang kahago ni mo, dili pud siya ma-measure after like ang kalipay na mo abot, because you know na you have not just participated in a pageant that would make history. You have participated in a pageant where I made sisters not just from Davao City but all over the Philippines.
Yeah. But out of all the candidates gyud sa Hiyas ng Pilipinas, outside of let's give Davao region an exception. Who's the very closest gyud sa tanan, no?
Outside Davao region, so I've been really close na kina Ate Carly, but outside Davao region, I think na-close yun ako si Cebu and si Cavite, si Trisha og si Rain, and of course si Shania from Altamera, Shania Altamera, si Laila Pratuma from Panabo, Carmen rather, also si Eleanor from North Cotabato, kasi the first time na pumunta kami ng Hiyas, ang roommates talaga, nag-rent kami ng Airbnb. Ako, si Ate Megan from Mati City, we are teammates. Si Laila Pratuma and si Eleanor. Isang Airbnb kami, the first time na nag-fly kami ng Manila, sila ang kasabayan ko. So, parang na-build din ang bond namin, sila ang na-close ko, and then na-follow na din yung other girls na roommates ko din. So sila kasi, yung roommates ko kasi ang always ko kasama. So.
Were there sometimes language barriers o pag sanmot nimo with the nationals?
Yes, of course. So, the primary language that you have to speak is Tagalog. Although, Team Mindanao, marag half sa delegates kay Team Mindanao, may sumagkasinabtanay, may Bisaya, ang mga taga-Visayas pod. But you still have to speak Tagalog kasi the people from Luzon will not understand. And isip ko sa kabisaya, maglisod ko og Tagalog.
Kanang sinapid atong dilaan.
True.
Yeah.
So, gilisod ko siya, pero nairaos naman.
Good. At least para makasabot na ka, the next time you would visit Luzon or Manila, you will get to learn the language na baya. Especially non-Cebuano speaking. Anyway, was there a time nga murag na ay usa ka candidate na wa kan naganahan every time kung may competition, especially I don't know kung may situation nga halos they don't want to talk to you in such na ba?
Oh, yeah. Of course, there would always be instances kasi you can't please everyone. Even if it's a short time lang, you expect na may sisterhood. Meron talagang people who have their eyes on the prize. And because of that, sometimes animosity grows. But it doesn't really matter to me kasi after the competition, everything goes back to normal. I experienced this in Hiyas na there is really there are candidates who pag competition na talaga game face talaga sila, you can't talk to them.
Yeah.
But after naman ng pageant, sisters na kayo ulit. So
How well does the support of the city government of Malaybalay under the leadership of Mayor Warren Pabiliaran being at always na whenever na katong festivities sa Malaybalay na nahitabo and during your time?
Oh, actually, Mayor is very supportive. The SP is very supportive. Like, even the people are very supportive. So, actually, most of the time, for the past few months, parati kami nakikita ni Mayor sa mga events. Because if I am there, he's going there as well, even though malayo. And Mayor is very busy. But he's, okay, I really admire his, hard work and time he puts into the, engagement sa mga barangay or sa mga activities. And just this month, I headed the project. I project chaired the Youth Leadership Excellence Award, and I invited him to be there to give a message to the awardees, leadership awardees, and he didn't hesitate at all. He just willingly yes to, be there, even though he has a busy schedule and prior commitments before our event. So, and also we have some sponsors, the SP, the councilors, city councilors, so they're very supportive with us, with the JCI Bukidnon Maraguay, the organization I'm affiliated with, and also the activities I've engaged into.
Yeah. A heart-to-heart question again. I just like to ask, was there in any point that you had in mind that you will join in a regional pageant or a bigger pageant like Miss Universe or Miss World or Miss Grand?
You know what? I'm already 25. And, if opportunity knocks on my door, I will surely grab it. And I don't know if because they have a strict implementation of their height requirement. And, my height is not that, a standard beauty queen would have. So, but if, some opportunities will, knock on my door, I will surely grab it, sir, because I'm 25 and most of the pageants, except Miss Universe, have a limitation, I think 26, right? Or
Wala yung age limit ba yung Miss Universe?
yes, except for the Miss Universe, they don't have age limit, but from the other pageant there is. So that's why if there's something na i-offer sa akin, I will go with it, and I will surely do my best to represent my city and also the people who believe in me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you trace back to that time when you joined the MPEM 2023, of which
Yes,
I am
of course.
part
I have
of
so
it,
many memories
because
there.
So many memories I had. So, what is that experience na nimo kang one of the contenders representing Iligan City?
Yeah, I have so many core memories during my Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao time. I really have, I just couldn't say it all, but I have so many beautiful memories during my time. So I think one of the best memories that I've had as a Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao candidate is to embrace the culture and to really met the different aspects in Davao, the tourism, and to experience the delicacies. I think that's really something, because it does not only tell us what Davao is. It does not only tell us what northern Mindanao or what Mindanao has to offer, but it tells us that how rich we are as Mindanaonons, and how capable we are as Bisaya. And I think that's something powerful because I do not only met the culture, but I also have the experience to hear more language because dito na ako na-experience na other than Bisaya in Iligan, there are still words existing that Davaoenos speak that I am not familiar, and I think that's something it's really beautiful to meet new culture and to learn new things, and one of the best is just the friendship that I've had with the girls.
Yeah. Well, I hope you, in the next time that you will visit Davao, just let me know, and I
Of
will
course.
be your tour guide because though with a very strict schedule at that time, then I was covering, still, you get to learn a lot.
Of course. So Mr. For the page here is always our go-to buddy during our Miss Philippines Earth time.
Yeah.
Not gonna deny that.
Okay. Just there are time nga ang imong parents dili supportive.
Partly, yeah. I understand because especially sa side sa kong father, they're more of a traditional man gyud.
Oo.
So mostly sa ilaha gyud. Even in my mother's side, no one had ever been into business industry or entrepreneurship because most of them are teachers, engineers, and those are professions nga gusto nila nga sundan pod nako. And I know deep in my heart nga I want something else. I know I'm capable of being an engineer, capable of being a teacher. But then as I grew up, I have realized that my heart goes for entrepreneurship. And I need to explain that to my parents nga like this and like that. And even though mingon sila nga pag na lang day, pag maestra na lang, pag engineer na lang, pag law na lang. That's what my father dreamed nga mag-lawyer ko. And then I tried nga sundon ako ilahang gusto. But then throughout the process bitaw sa ako ang pag-eskwela sa law, abas, anak ko, this is not fulfilling. I'm not happy. I'm not doing this. Even though and then I asked my papa, anak ko saya pa, maguli ko dahil sa hingoog, taga-hingoog akong father abas. Separated sila sa akong mother. Anak ko saya pa, I will go home sa hingoog and then let's have a talk. But before ko ni Suryana na siya, unsa man anak ka, okay na imong kuan diha apartment, okay na imong eskwela na na ka. Anak ko saya, let's have a talk pa. And then when I arrived at Hingoog, anak ko saya I bought him food. Okay. I know for sure nga masuko man jud to siya gyud or somehow akong expectation sa iya kay maano siya ba ma-offend siya kay nakagasto pud ba siya tas wala na akong gisunod ang iyang gusto. So nagdala kong food daan abas. And then anak ko sa iya pa, I'm not happy. Ana jud ko niya dito sa abas. I'm not happy nga magsuela ko og law. And I know it's very hard sa imuha kay boastful kay na akong papa abas kanang even though bitaw wala pa ko na nag-start na gid sa law school, he's been telling his office mates nga my daughter, she's gonna be a lawyer. Mala na siya abas. He's happy to share nga sa mga ganap sa ako ang life. So naanak ko sa iya dito ko pa, I'm not happy. And I think mas dili jud ka ma-happy kung mas magastuhan ka tas dili din ako mapasar ang law di ay. It's because wala akong heart dito sa pag-eskwela sa law pa. I did like 200% of my conviction power abas nga ma-convince gid ako si papa nga let me have this time of my life where I could grow, not because that's what you want for me, but because that's what I feel doing. Because I'm happy doing it.
Yeah. Na may special someone sa imuhang life?
Right now?
Yes.
Of course.
So why?
Ay!
Kumusta naman ang imong kauyaban diha?
Actually, it's complicated. Wala siya kanang specific label, abas.
Okay.
Because when you say nga, uyab, it's like, for me, it's a big commitment, abas. It's similar to the next step for getting married na siya. Dili ko ga uyab abas nga basta-basta lang. Gusto ko abas nga kuha na jud kanang pang minyo na jud siya ba. So nakaano ko sa kong kagalingon nga throughout my past relationship, it's always long relationship, 6 years. The next one was 4 years. So I was never into playing yun sa ano. But then, karon wala na ko abas nga, wala na ko siya specify nga completely uyab na jud nako siya. I was taking time to know him because I don't want to spend another 6 years, another 4 years just for a waste. Diba? It's like
Assuming.
oh, hago na. So instead of being in a relationship, we're in a partnership. That's what I could label sa amo ang duha sa ako ang partner karon. Boyfriend if you call it. Yeah, so partnership si Abbas because my partner karon, he's contributing so much sa ako ang growth mentally, spiritually. Grabe ka just nun, Abbas. Makayon nga ko, I'm like the devil of this partnership sa among duha. Just nun ka siya, Abbas. And then lately I've been a fitness enthusiast is because of through his guidance. He's also a fitness enthusiast man. He plays MMA and so on and so forth. So, ito siya.
Galing. Pero, was there a time nga marag kasurrender na ka at the time that basin na you mentioned na baya na you don't want to waste another lifetime of your day. It goes na dili mag-work ang inyong pagigano relasyon.
I've been trying to shift my mind instead of thinking Abbas nga maybe this will not work, maybe this will not work. I shifted it that what if I will enjoy the company now regardless of what will happen in the future? Because I know for sure nga today I am happy being with him and he's contributing into my life. I'm contributing to his life. So it's like focusing on the now instead of worrying for something that's not even happening yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Para klaro.
Yeah.
Napupuyo sa kapangatan pero di na lang kay ano, di pa na siya andam kung mag-settle down ba siya. Di na lang kung
The answer is no.
Di na lang kung magmatang.
The answer is no.
No, di na.
Yan. No pa, Abbas, no.
O sige. I know you don't want to talk about this pero kani during nabay instance na nagka-high school crush sa imuha.
Ay, my high school crush?
Kung nabay crush in your part. No holds barred ni ha.
Actually, pero kadalasan sa mga na-crush kay dali urge kayo siya. Like magka-crush lang ko siya kay for example, kanang gamay ra kayo mong interaction. Tapos ako, dali urge kayo ko maibog. Pero not really fall in love. Like nagka-crush lang dyan ko sa tao. Like gina-idolize lang dyan ako siya. Like first ato kay ako ang first crush ato sa grade 12 ko last year kay sports player siya. So dato ko nakaka-crush siya kay ay maayo siya mo sports. And then next na po ko naibog lain kay maayo siya og math. Sabi ko lahala nindot ni siya nga tao kay maayo siya og math. So murag maka-crush ko sa mga tao nga they're good at something. Pero never pa ko naka-crush nga murag na-fall na jud kayo. Yes.
When the time comes na basta mo salmot na pud kag pageant or so or siguro nabay plano after your ACADS sa college.
Okay, actually, karon lang naman and last month, kaya na nag-offer sa ako nga mag-join ta og Miss Lanao del Norte, Miss Teen Iligan, Miss Kapatagan. Tapos, ako adjong gibuhat kay wala jud na ako gidawat. Kay murag na trauma ko atong pagka wala na ako na honor tungod sa MPH Iligan. So ana ko nga mag-take a break sa ako. Tapos nanapod mi kanang agreement with my lola and lolo and also my tita nga after college na lang ko mag-ano kay murag for me mas gina-prioritize na ko akong dream to be a doctor, to be in the medical field. So murag second priority sana ko ang dream na ko to be a beauty queen. So unahan sa nako akong college, and then after college, maybe if may mga offers sa mga pageant, mo go jud ko.
Okay. Mura pagahulaton lang ta ka pag moabot na ka sa 23 or 24 years old.
So next na po nato na interview kay pag after college na pud na ako.
Lagi. Yeah, I know. It's quite difficult baya, pero laban lang kay kabalo ko makaya ra nimo na. And
Unta.
Okay. Since you have been involved in the Ridge to Reef Incorporated for, I want to ask how many years that you have been as a project manager. You've been involved in that organization, and what was that impact that has given to you looking at the core projects that they will plan?
Actually, I've been with Ridge to Reef for 6 years now. It's my first work. Actually, it's our family business, no? So Ridge to Reef is both an environmental consultancy and a construction company. So it has been existing for 11 years now, and I've been working with them since I graduated college. So 6 years. So guess my age na lang. so I worked as a project manager there, and it's really, I think I contributed a big impact not only to the company, no, but towards our clients, which are both government offices, the LGUs, NGAs, national government agencies, and the private sectors as well. Because what we do is we assist, no, give services, provide services to our clients for them to be able to become compliant with the policies, no, the environmental policies, the environmental laws that we have. Because as we all know, everyone, all of the offices, all of the businesses here are somehow accountable towards the environment, no, in terms of following, no, the mandates of the environmental laws. So I think that, of course, not all companies or businesses are capable of doing so. That's why we're here to help them, no, to help them become compliant and be able to contribute, no, to the management of their impacts towards the environment. So I think that with my technical capabilities, I was really able to somehow help, maybe directly or indirectly, our clients to become compliant and the environment in general.
Yeah. Yes. So in relation to that, I think that I would like to ask a very controversial question which had resonated that maybe the general public is aware of, but of course Mother Nature has fact-checked of what this shallow projects that had existed made by the contractors. But I don't know if it has observed, in your humble opinion, with many projects that, like, we call it substandard or did not had the completion of projects in every area. How do you feel that you have witnessed such in this unprecedented dilemma that happened?
Yeah, I know. I have seen the controversies regarding the issues with the construction companies, no, that were involved, the substandard infrastructures that were built, and it's very sad, it's very disheartening, because these are government projects that came from the money of the taxpayers, which is tayo, no? And then I think we deserve better, no? We deserve better in terms of our facilities, because at the end of the day, we are the ones that will be utilizing these infrastructures. It is for us, and I think we Filipinos deserve the best services from our government, because at the end of the day, they are there to serve us, no? To guide us and to provide the best quality of services that we deserve, not only with the infrastructure aspect, but I think holistically, institutionally, environmentally, and so on. So I think that it is high time for us to be more aware on how our government system really works, on where our taxes go, for us to be able to really stand on what is right. For example, right now, no, people are more aware of kung saan dapat mapunta yung taxes nila, and I'm so proud, no, that people are really standing for what is right. And I hope that whoever it is that is accountable for those bad doings, no, I think that it is high time for them to really inculcate in their minds that it is really a moral obligation for them to do what is right, not only for themselves, not only for the government, but of course to the Filipino people in general.
If you would describe yourself in a song, what is it and what attracts that song to your personality and yourself?
Well, I have two songs in mind.
Okay.
Yes, but if I will apply it in my current situation and to tell a story as well of my journey in Mutya ng Davao, that would be When You Believe by Whitney and Jennifer Hudson, if you know that one.
Yes, I am not aware, but I would like you to
sing a few lines.
a few lines just so the
Sure.
viewers know. Please do.
Okay, I'm sure you're familiar with the song. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is real, it's hard to give. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will believe.
Wow, it's very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the song. I think that will tell a story of who I am and the journey that I've been through in Mutya ng Davao, because entering Mutya ng Davao is quite a challenge for me. What I've said a while ago, I am a neophyte in the industry. I have a lot of things to learn, yet I chose to believe in myself, in God, and to the people who believed in me as well. And so that song really resonates who I am and the story that I have.
How well supportive your boyfriend is when you were doing your pageantry.
My boyfriend?
Yes.
We were not in a relationship. We did not know each other when I was crowned.
Okay.
He actually have no interest in pageantry.
Okay.
Yes. He's very shy, as you can see. He's an athlete, by the way. So he had no background whatsoever about pageantry and all that. So when I was crowned, he was not in my life yet.
Okay.
It was like in the middle, months after. Yes, and since we were together naman, he's very supportive, like made my life easier. All aspects of my life was easier because of him. Now I have someone to run my errands if
Yes.
I'm busy working. Someone to drive me here and there, pick me up, because it's hard, di ba? Makitaan man nimo nagadala mig dako nga bag. And unlike my other fellow queen sisters who were passionate about makeup, me, it's unfortunate that I want hosting, that I want to work in the events industry, and I did not even know how to do my own makeup. So that's also one of the struggle, di ba? Kung mo-join ka beauty national pageant, dapat hawid ka mo makeup, kabalo na ka. So ako, I know the basic, and I'm grateful for all the sponsors that came with the crown, because at least I'm okay with going barefaced in public, unless it's, I need to host in a big stage. Makeup is a requirement.
Okay. Do you have plans to settle down with your boyfriend if you get the chance? I know your boyfriend is watching and he wants to hear from you. Otherwise, I don't know if he would be happy with your answer, if you would get married soonest.
Not soonest, but we definitely we're talking about settling down in the future. We are just focusing all our energies now to establishing our individual careers, because marriage is a different arena. It's a different beast. You have to be ready holistically before you get into marrying someone. But definitely we see each other. We see ourselves with each other for the rest of our lives. Yes.
Okay.
But my relationship, we talk that we're not gonna be public about it. We're private, both of us individually, and then when we got into the relationship, we're like private but not a secret.
Okay.
So it's very shy.
Kumbaga low-key ra ba?
Yes, low-key lang.
Okay. how well supportive your boyfriend is. Because I don't know that maybe dili kayo siya showy, I suppose, pero how supportive your boyfriend is while you were doing your pageant journey.
Yeah, so actually, he will gonna say something, directly to me. Like, sasali ka na naman, ganyan na naman. So, some negative points, but through his action, iba. Grabing support yung ginagawa niya. Actually, every time I will go to Barangay San Martin, he will be my driver. Even though he needs to wake up at 6, I need to wake up at 5. So, something like that. And he's very kasi, even though he do not say it in words, but through actions talaga. So, he will gonna, every time I feel hungry, after the practice, he will gonna buy food for me. So, something like that. And sometimes if he has time, because he's also very busy, he will gonna ask me some questions, and then they're gonna help me to refine my answer, so something like that. So he's in every corner, in every aspect he's there talaga. And I'm very happy that he says something directly to me, ano yung mga negative na dapat kong baguhin, ano yung dapat na i-improve ko as a person. So there's no there's no anything na kina-cover up niya para ma-boost yung confidence ko. Sinasabi niya talaga yung totoo, kahit masakit sa part ko, but okay, that's the reality, and I want to be open up with that so that I can improve more. So that's it.
I think you have said that you are a survivor of domestic abuse, but what does this situation that happened to you had made you stronger in the long run, despite na ay mga instances na mga struggle, mga challenges in life through law school or kanang sa imuhang everyday life?
What made me stronger? So I have mentioned also before that I actually survived an instance in my life. For 2 years, I was in an abusive relationship. And for those 2 years, I really thought that maybe I deserve this. It's a common thing for abused women. It's called the battered women syndrome, to think that being battered is something that we deserve. Because it's a psychology thing na talaga. It happens in the mind. So, overcoming such nuances and the stigma, of course, dili jud mawala ang stigma. When you are battered, especially ako, I really experienced this, sir. I'm a law student. And then, I got into a situation na gituro sa amin nung first year. It's in the revised penal code. First year, yan ang criminal law. And then, I found myself in a situation that I read in my books, in my case digests, in everywhere. So, nasabihan talaga ako na, how could you let this happen? You're a law student. You know better. So, there's a stigma.
Yes.
It's undeniable. So, overcoming that makes you stronger. But of course, I didn't do it alone. I really needed the help of my family, my friends, to overcome that situation. I also made efforts to go through counseling to understand that what happened to me is not a common thing. It's not something that happens to everyone every day. It's something unusual, and it's something that I should stand up for. And that's how I came up with the idea of joining, again, the Mutya. It's actually my advocacy before, but before kasi wala pa siyang background. It was more on fighting for the rights of everyone, including LGBTs. I grounded it sa case ng transgender who was killed due to VAUSI. But this year, I grounded it also sa sarili ko. So I'm not just fighting for my own rights. I'm now fighting for every woman, every person who identifies as a woman, and everyone who has been battered and abused. So,
you know what? Here in Bukidnon, we have 7 tribes, right? So they're Bukidnon, Higaonon, Manobo, Matigsalog, Tigwahanon, Talaan, Digan, Umayamnon. And these tribes have sacred culture, traditions that has been, that they have been doing for few years now. And as for me, I have the experience of using the local or their own attire, tribal attire. And what the organizer should do is to consult first. Consult in the IPMR. We have the city IPMR, or the bae of a tribe that you are the bae or their what we call this? Datu. Yes, the bae and the datu who are willing to help and assist them. So that's the very important thing, or the most important step the organizers must do. Consult it, reassess it, and also confirm it to these people, because here in Bukidnon, that's why it's a special culture, because it's authentic. It is done with sacredness, with rituals that that is very respectful to the magbabaya, and we cannot just condone this kind of act of making it sexy, making it very what we call this, pageant type kind of costumes, because of the culture is nice, the culture is popular already. So we need to really assess everything as organizers and be careful in every step, especially if it related to the culture or the tribe that is that has a traditions for before this kind of pageants was done. So it's very important to have a sense of respect in the culture and traditions of the tribes.
You're not aware of the things that's going to happen with your victim or the person you're trying to damage.
Even though I did not take home the crown, but for me, a win is something cannot be taken away from you, cannot be passed. Compared sa crown, you need to pass it over time.
So it's never okay to make fun of their way of communicating to others. Kay murag kita ra nagastorya sa each other. And if you make fun of them, kay murag ra pud ka gakatawa the way ta nga mo storya.
Favorite quote from an author of a book or an inspirational speaker?
Oh.
Genirose had brought me right before I arrived. Yes, it's pineapple jam, all the way from Bukidnon, I think.
One word!
Now na pag-ayo, Drixie.
Mas mahadlo ko kinaka diri.